To mention but a few, he has too many accolades. He has a collaboration, Ezakabi, is a hip hop, name East Africa, actually, not even hip hop, but in all genres. He has a collaboration, Ezakabi. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, one and only Navio.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you for the love, man. Appreciate it.
Welcome to Level Up, Navio, the big boss.
Ooh, level up. Time to switch it up. Mad vibes. No, man, it's a blessing to be on the show. I'm a big fan of the show as well. So yeah, man, I was like, this is gonna be my first interview. You know, coming off the plane. Yeah. Let me sit down with my guys that Level Up. Yeah. You know, and let them know what's happening.
One love, bro. Welcome, fresh. Kali wano basaba n'abanyabo kawunyaziri ezebbeyi first class jet. After the show. But ladies and gentlemen, Navio here is in the building. Now, let's just a little digesting. How was that? 50 years of hip hop, New York. Man. I saw you on this big platform. Those guys I admire. Yeah. The Fabulous, yeah. Nas, to measure but a few. Yeah. Tell me that experience and how did you
yeah, I mean, they basically picked, I think it was top 30 people regionally from all over the world. Yeah, so they had, you know, the best of the best coming together to celebrate 50 years of hip hop. Of course, naturally, Nas was going to be the front runner for the States simply because he's a Hennessy ambassador. Yeah. He's done so much work with them and for them. So yeah, man, it was amazing to be around other acts, you know, from the continent who do their thing and have kind of stood the test of time. Other acts that have, you know, shaped. I think that's the main thing that they were after.
Where do you gain from this, and how did you even reach to be there? I know you're the best in East Africa in hip hop, but I mean, there are other people who believe they're best also. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think you know, best is always just a matter of. It's subjective. It's, you know, everyone has their own best, but statistically, I'm up there. you know, I'm doing my thing, man. But I think that's also, I'm just empowered because of the Ugandan people. The Ugandan people have put me here. You understand? So there's no position that I've ever got to, no place I've ever gone to, no plane I've ever got on, no jet I've ever done. You know, no artists I've ever collaborated with without the Ugandan people showing me love first. You know, that's the most important thing. So getting to that place, I guess, you know, the hard work for me. I've always had a view where I want to be able to perform what I perform anywhere. So I want to be able to perform in Garo here. People put their hands together. I perform it in Malaysia, same thing. Australia, same thing.
Some time back, I've seen you in Grammy Record, and I saw you with GNL, and just a little synopsis of how is it like to be on that? Is it a academy, like you're an academy?
Yeah, so it's basically the #1 institution for the higher level of music in the world. So the Recording Academy. We are basically not on the board. The board. That's maybe in 30 years. Maybe in 30 years.
An opportunity. That's what we want to digest.
Yeah, no. We're just now on the actual committee. So the Recording Academy. We're just part of the academy.
So what is the difference between the board and the committee?
I guess the board. Those are the founding fathers, the creators of it. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like Navcop. You know, there's the CEO. There's the ones who work for me. There's the, you know, the people on ground. So now we're part. Yes, we're part of the yes. So we're the guys in the academy, just sort of deciding who, you know, who not necessarily who gets nominated and whatnot, but just making our voice heard.
All right, now speaking of the show, we want to digest a little more on the show. Now we having Navio having a show. Actually, for those of who don't know, at Level Up, we're at Sheraton Hotel with the big boss himself, Navio. But now speaking of the show, we've seen scenarios in Uganda. Yes. Apparently, they're raising like mushrooms, ngabutiko, whereby big artists fight over day. Yeah, they have a show on the same day. We've seen it with Palazzo and Alien Skin. Now we have Shiba and Cindy on the same day, on the same venue. Yeah. It is becoming now worse. Yeah. I don't know if it is good. Which angle would you digest now? Let's first start with Shiba and Cindy having on the same venue on the same day.
I think same venue is a bit extreme, Munaga. I'm sure those two are going to come.
Accordio.
They're going to come to an agreement, really. Let us use one stage for the sake of security and confusion, and we perform together. That would be nice. And that was actually, of course, you heard about that. That was actually the first thing. There was supposed to be a battle for me and Gravity.
That's where I was going to go. Now you having a same show, or having a show on the same date with Gravito Muchuju. Whereas Gravito Muchuju is one of the person who thinks is a good hip hop artist, which I don't know. I'll go back to that. But now, why is it? And would you think also would it be better if you two also have the same day? But how about if you have it on the same stage and you just help each other? Is it why do Ugandans have always to have fights?
I mean, I think that would probably be the biggest show.
When you have a show,
it would be the biggest show probably.
Cut them out.
But
just wind it a little bit.
Hold on. It would, but we're